Hello, my beautiful souls, twin flames, anyone who is called to watch this reading. This is Crystal Rose Insights, and this is actually a redo of a reading I did last night for the Divine Masculine. And wouldn't you know it, in true Mercury retrograde style, the video has not been able to be uploaded to YouTube. Due to the fact I realized that all of my videos are getting stored in the cloud, and there was something going on with the cloud not being able to download the video to my phone. I kept thinking I kept storing everything on my phone, but there you go. So Apple always confuses me beyond belief, but that's another conversation. So I'm going to do a redo of the reading from last night. I've already posted the Divine Feminine reading for the month of December 2017. So this is going to be a redo for the energies and information about the Divine Masculine for December 2017. And I have here a green calcite, which I love because this is a very soothing, calming stone, and it's fabulous for opening up the heart and healing traumas and wounds of the past. So our green calcite's gonna support us here. So I've already called in my my guides, Archangel Michael, all the Ascended Masters, and all the light beings that are in support of the Twin Flame journey. So I've already shuffled as well, but I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling here. So this is going to be a reading for December 2017 for the Divine Masculine, specific for the Divine Masculine. If you haven't checked out the Divine Feminine reading or the Divine Union and Love reading, those are also available on the channel as well. So do check those out and take whatever messages resonate with you and leave the rest, as this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, then please do contact me, so the messages can be more specific for your situation. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculine. So the first card is how he's seeing his Divine Feminine right now, which is the Sun. Second is how he is seeing the relationship right now, which is the Six of Fire. Next is what is his current challenge, which is the Six of Water. The what he wants you to know right now, what does the Divine Masculine want you to know, which is the Five of Water. Next is what is hidden, which is the Three of Fire. And the last is what is he doing towards the relationship and union right now. So what is he currently working on, which is the Seven of Air. Okay. So the energy of the overall reading is the Four of Water, which is a beautiful card to have. Four of Water is all about stability, the home, love, everything being in order. The Four of Cups, I'm sorry, I take that back. Okay, Four of Water is about looking at where, I think in the traditional tarot, the Four of Water is where the person's looking at the cups that have spilled and not looking at the ones that they have. And so the concept here for the Four of Water, the overall energy is missing an opportunity, discontentment, boredom, and opening up your eyes to possibilities. So the theme for the Divine Masculine for the month is to remember that there are opportunities everywhere, but if you're focused in the wrong area, that you're not actually going to see them. So let's get into this reading. I'm going to pull other clarifiers and give some more detail on this these messages throughout. So how is he currently seeing his Divine Feminine? And that is the Sun, which is true happiness, the light, all the abundance and love, happy outcome, having confidence in yourself, and really trusting in what's happening here. So the Sun is pretty much the most positive card in the entire tarot deck. So the way that he's seeing his Divine Feminine right now is just that she is the Sun to him, and she represents to him all that is possible and all that is light and all that is truly buoyant and love and abundance. So yeah, it's interesting because her wings are sort of flanking her. They're not widespread open, but they're kind of containing her radiance. And here we've got the sunflowers, the sun on the horizon. She's standing on this pillar with all these fruitful leaves growing. So the way he sees his divine feminine right now is the sun, which is a beautiful card, and a new beginning. It's a 19 card, so it's the 1 and the 9, the 9 being a completion of a cycle, first the 1 being a new beginning. So he's seeing her in this manner for sure. So the next card is how he's seeing the relationship, which is the 6 of Fire. The 6 of Fire is a card that's come up consistently as well with these readings that I've been doing. But the 6 of Fire is all about emerging from a difficult situation that has taught you a lot of lessons, but being victorious. There's a lot of celebration in this card. So here's this woman coming in on a horse. They're celebrating the battle she's been through. You know, she's smiling, the horse is prancing because they know they're getting recognized for what they've been through. And she's got soot on her face. I mean, she's been through the battle. So the way he's seeing the relationship right now is that it's at a phase where he's come through a bunch of the journey. He's come through the places where he's been through some battles. He's been likely dealing with shedding some things that don't serve him anymore, dealing with family or friends that don't quite understand what he's going through. And he's seeing it as victorious, the 6 of Fire. So the fire is about progress, moving forward, prosperity, creation and action, but it's also about passion. So the way he's seeing the relationship right now is that it's kind of at this phase where he's been through the ringer, but now's the time to move into the phase of victory and moving forward through the rest of the cycle. So that's pretty interesting. So the 6 of Water is his challenge right now. So the 6 of Water is a wonderful, it's a beautiful twin flame card in traditional tarot. It's the 6 of Cups, which is about nostalgia. It's about past life relationships. It's about the innocence of the union. And he's being reminded of maybe ideas he had when he was younger. He's been reminded of maybe ideas he had from concepts that his family had created for him, and what love should look like and what it should look like. And it's about romanticizing the past. So I know a lot of times when the twins are in separation, which I feel like a lot of them are at the moment, they've been together in whatever capacity they have, and they're in a bit of separation right now. So his challenge right now is really healing a lot of the energies from his childhood and some of the pain. And I believe that came up in the reading that I did, that of course I wasn't able to upload, but I believe it came out in the form of the 3 of Fire. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that, but the idea is that he's facing right now how his previous concepts, every way that he's acted in relationship before, is not necessarily going to serve him in this twin flame relationship. Let me see what other message comes through for the 6 of Water. I always love to check, because these cards are so deep with a lot of meaning, and I want to make sure that I double check. So his challenge is to honor, so that's the feeling I'm getting. So this is really about him honoring the pain that he's been through in the past, the journey that he's been through, and not resenting it. You know, the Divine Masculine might be feeling a little frustrated with where he's at. And this is about understanding that whatever we experience in our childhood is likely being triggered at the moment. And this is about playing in the ocean, having joy, and we need to objectively observe our memories for the past instead of doing that emotionally. So if the Divine Masculine might be feeling like overly emotional about his past and what's happened to him, but this is reminding him that it's important to be objective about the past, and it's about emotional memories. So he's kind of right now getting reminded of emotional memories, and gosh, guys, think about it. this is the holiday season. We're getting around family. We're getting around an entire lifetime of memories, of nostalgia, of things that we have really romanticized in our minds, because the holiday season is really tough for a lot of people. As much as it's supposed to be this wonderful, joyous time, for the majority of people, it can be really triggering. Whether it's bringing up feelings of loneliness, of failure, of why aren't I where I thought I'd be, or, you know, you get back with your family of origin and all of a sudden your pain body is activated. So it makes sense that the month of December, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, where there's a lot of family time, that there is reminders of the dynamics that maybe the Divine Masculine has moved past and through. You know, you love your family, but ultimately, and they want the best for you. However, ultimately, they may not quite understand the journey that you're on. So that makes a lot of sense as to what the challenge is for him right now. So what does he want the Divine Feminine to know? It's the Five of Water, so the Five of Cups. And what he wants the Divine Feminine to know is he's kind of in this place where he might not be seeing all the abundance around him. He might be focusing on the cups that have spilled instead of the cups that are still standing. So he's currently going through a transition in his experience that might not feel very good to him. He's learning some major life lessons that which ultimately will be for his highest good, that will transition him more to be in the energy of coming into union. But it doesn't feel good at the time. And so what he wants you to know is that he's in this place right now where he's facing some of these challenges. He may not on a conscious level realize the blessings in the lessons he's learning because he's in the midst of them right now. So this is a message for the Divine Feminines who are watching this, to really give your Divine Masculine some love and make him feel comforted as much as you can, just even telepathically. You know, before you go to bed, say some, you know, send him some love from your heart space, send him some support, you know, do the telepathic communication and just set the intention that he feels your message. He might not even notice it consciously. Obviously, this could be his higher self feeling it, but, you know, really support him in this. And so the water signs here are indicative of all the challenges relating to the emotions. But so what's hidden right now for him? What's hidden right now is the Three of Fire. So the Three of Fire is about the passion and the Trinity and the good things coming your way, but it's not quite time yet. So what's hidden is that he is in a place where you might not realize it because he hasn't communicated this to you, because 3 is about communication, right? He may not have communicated any of this to you, but on a soul level, he is likely planning for the future. What he's going through and the way he's acting right now, for example, on the 3D level in the physical realm, is because he's making long-term plans to set himself up for success with you, if, you know, when you come into union in this experience. So this is a card of a woman with her dragon, and he's kind of watching her like, are you okay? Are you okay? And she's watching the volcano erupting in the distance, and the lava's flowing. So the new beginning, the new creation, the new life, which is being created by this volcano, is in the distance, and she's quietly observing it. You know, it's not quite here right now, but it's on its way. So that's the message I get really clearly from this card. And lastly is, what is he doing right now in regards to the relationship? And it's the 7 of Air. So the 7 of Air is about revisiting plans, you know, maybe the plans he had for his future. Things are kind of crumbling down around him because what he's been taught from his childhood, here with the 6 of Water, what he's been taught from his childhood doesn't apply to his Divine Feminine counterpart in the relationship for the union. It just doesn't. It's a very different dynamic, and unless people are going through it themselves, they truly don't understand. So he's in a place where what he's doing about the relationship is, I think there's a lot going on under the surface that you're not aware of that he's doing to support the union. And I'm gonna just check another quick thing here. So the 7 of Air, Another aspect of the Seven of Air is the idea that what he's doing towards a relationship is that I'm trying to interpret what I'm feeling from this, and I'm kind of at a loss for words right now, so I apologize. And my daughter just got in the shower, so I hear the water running, and it totally distracted me. So, yep, there you go. There's the human experience happening. But the Seven of Air really is a message of kindness from heaven. So what he's doing right now is he's learning how to see. I think one of the things the Divine Masculine fears is a loss of freedom, because a lot of his 3D relationships and relationships he's been in, maybe with karmic partners or soulmates throughout this experience, have been really limiting to him because they've been based in fear and ego. And so what he's doing with the relationship right now is realizing that being with his Divine Feminine does not mean he's going to lose his independence. Okay, so I think he's coming to realize that the relationship with the Divine Feminine is very different from what he's experienced before, and he doesn't quite know what to do with it. So it's about, like, he's got really good plans for the future, but the timing just might need adjustment. So this could be an indication that he's moving forward in his work and his journey towards the union, but it's also, you know, it may take more time than you think. And the Divine Feminine we always get the Temperance card, which is about patience. And it's also about the twin flame union in a lot of ways, and the balance of the masculine feminine energies. So there you go. So those are the messages right now. So I'm going to pull some cards now. They're going to help give us a little bit of extra information. So now I'd love to pull, and by the way, I'm just noticing, okay, we've got 3 water cards. So a lot of emotions going on for the Divine Masculine right now. And we have the 4, 5, and the 6. So it feels like the Divine Masculine is in the middle phase of his journey from the 1 to the 10. Okay, so if you've watched a lot of tarot readings or twin flame readings, the 1 is the beginning of the journey, the 10 is the end of the cycle. So he's right in the middle, 4, 5, and 6. The energy is very clear. So now I'm going to pull some Psychic Tarot of the Heart cards for additional messages, please, about the energies of the Divine Masculine in December 2017. I'd like to pull 3 cards, please, for the Divine Masculine energies in December 2017. 3 cards, please. It's interesting because sometimes these cards are super. Okay, there's the first card. That's the Crown Chakra. Thank you. 2 more cards, please, for the Divine Masculine for December 2017. Thank you. Rest and reconsider. And 1 more, please, for the Divine Masculine. Messages, thank you. Okay. 3 came out. This might be a little too many, but I'm gonna just give it a go because I'm feeling like it's there. Okay, so the first card we get additional messages for the Divine Masculine is the Crown Chakra, which is a 7 card, which is all about your spiritual connection. So the Divine Masculine is very much focused on opening his Crown Chakra, really learning to understand the power that he has to manifest and to trust his intuition. And a lot of times the Divine Masculines are a little bit behind the Divine Feminines in relating to this. So he's working a lot on his Crown Chakra, and I think that's where as well, so really strengthening his spiritual connection. And the next card is the 9 card, which is Rest and Reconsider. So this is a card that's about taking a break, taking some time, And that's actually what came up in the Divine Masculine reading last night, was the need to take a little bit of a rest and to heal and to take a little pause. So I know we don't have that reading up on the channel, but that was a really clear message, is rest and reconsider. So he's in a place where, you know, he's coming through this victory and he's feeling really good about the relationship, but he's also being really nostalgic, dealing with some things from the past. He's dealing with looking at things that haven't worked out. So he's really needing to take a pause. He's really needing to rest and reconsider what his actions are. And the 9 is an indication that can be on either extreme of the emotional scale. So he could be feeling super positive or super negative. But at the end of the day, he's really connecting to his crown chakra, his spirituality in a way so that he can reconsider his path and his plan. And again, we're getting the Find Balance card. So this is the card about the balance between the two extremes, okay? So the 2 is about partnership. And he's needing to find some balance. You know, I know a lot of I believe the reading last night, a lot of the message coming through was that there's just a lot going on in the physical and in the 3D world for the Divine Masculine. And he's kind of overextending. He's working too hard and he needs a break. So this card is reminding him to find the balance. And next is the 12 card, which is a major arcana card, which is Observe. So this is about just kind of sitting back and looking at all the aspects of what's coming up around you without an attachment. See how she's not looking at any one of the 4 things that are showing themselves to her? So the 1 is the new concept of new beginning. The 2 is about partnership, but they add up to a 3, which is about the Trinity, the twin flames being together, as well as union. So the Observe card is the equivalent of the Hanged Man. So this is about seeing things from a different perspective. So right now he's needing to find balance. He's needing to look at things from a different perspective. He's needing to chill out while he's taking his rest and balancing and looking at things from a new perspective. He's doing it by engaging his intuitive self. And what happens as a result of him doing all these things, taking a rest, finding balance in his life, taking some time to view things from a new perspective through his spirituality, guess what he's going to have? A Strengthening Bonds card. I love it. New beginning, strengthening bonds, connecting further with his feminine. Now here she is walking through a grove of trees towards the light, and they're all blooming. It looks like it's springtime. Looks like she's holding a little baby. So by doing all these activities here, this is what's going to be the end result. So I think that's beautiful. All right, well, I'm going to leave that as that is. So now I'm going to pull a few Romance Angel cards, please. I'd like to have 3 cards, please, about how the Divine Masculine is currently seeing his Divine Feminine for the month of December 2017. 3 cards, please, 3 messages for how the Divine Masculine is currently feeling about his Divine Feminine. 3 cards, please, from the Romance Angels. First card is Express Your Love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. 2 more cards, please, for December. How the Divine Masculine is seeing the Divine Feminine. Two more, please. Okay, so they're holding out a little bit. Nothing's jumping. Last night we had a lot of jumpers, so I think they're a little tired. All right, so this wants to come out. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And lastly, well, those are 2 cards. I'm going to leave those to be, and if they're meant to come back out, they will. One more card, please, for how the Divine Masculine is seeing his Divine Feminine in December 2017. Getting to know each other. Okay. So it feels like from these three cards together that in the month of December, the Divine Masculine is in a place, because he's going through a lot of heavy things, he's going through a lot of releasing and healing, that he needs a little fun and a little levity in his life. So the way he's going to express his love to you, and this could be in the 5D, this could be in the 3D, whether you're in communication or relationship or union right now, is he's going to express his love to you through playfulness. And you might not even realize that those are his messages for you, but you're in the getting to know each other phase. I think he's really wanting to get in this wonderful energy of playfulness, but through the expressing love through playfulness, you're going to get to know each other. So, you know, a lot of people have been in separation, they've had disconnect, and maybe there's been a little pause in the communication, or they're not as connected as they'd like. But this is advising him to either make the romantic gesture for himself or for the Divine Feminine. So just remember to be playful and see that as a way to get to know each other. Yeah. The getting to know each other is about, through the playfulness, you'll learn about each other. You'll actually get to open up your heart chakras to express your love, but also get to know each other in a way that deepens your bond. I think that's beautiful. All right, so now I'm going to pull, I'm going to just check on the time here. All right, we're going to wrap this up pretty soon, but I'd love to pull some cards on the overall energy messages for the Divine Masculine in December 2017. I'd like to pull 2 advice cards, please, for the Divine Masculine. Actually, yeah. Not advice cards. I want to pull 2 cards relating, further clarifying the energies of the Divine Masculine. Thank you. Yeah, that wasn't feeling right. I wasn't going to pull advice from these cards. I wanted to pull just messages about the energies for the Divine Masculine. Okay. 2 cards, please, for the energies of the Divine Masculine. Okay, well, hell, there you go. Let's see what these are. So, the 6th chakra and happy family. Oh. And look at, they're both 4s. So you've got the 4 and the 40. So they're both 4s, which is all about stability, happiness, foundation, happy family life, grounding, and stability. So the 6th chakra is about connecting to his intuition, connecting to his third eye, being able to see things from a different perspective. And then what happens is you have happy family here. You know, the rainbow, the light. So the messages of the Divine Masculine for December is that he's really focused on the stability, and he's focusing on listening to his intuition. And we've gotten that card. So here we've got the crown chakra, and then we have also the 6th chakra, which is about connecting to his higher self and to ultimate wisdom. And it leads to happy family. So those were very clear, if I may say so myself. And let me look again if there's anything coming up that I missed here, which is, yeah, you know, you've got the Divine Masculine has this really close to him. He has the opportunity to feel this, and this is a reminder that this is available to him. Okay, so he might be going through these things, healing the past, dealing with some old emotions and wounds and things that are hard. He's being around his family. But at the end of the day, this is what's available to him when he continues to connect on his journey. So I love that. And then I'm going to check out the 40 card, which is, it's insight and clear thought. So the more that he continues to connect his third eye and get the clear thought from the perspective, because remember, where's the perspective? Here it is. So very consistent messages. He's getting perspective here with the Hanged Man, and this is reminding him to get the perspective by listening to his intuition and connecting to his inner knowing. And so that's a very, I mean, again, that's coming through really clearly. And it's time for him to focus on his personal vision. So this is where he wants to manifest and create his vision for what he wants for the happy family. So that's another very clear message, is what he ultimately wants, because this is about clarifying your vision so that you can end up manifesting it. And this is what he's wanting to manifest, is happy family. Okay, so he's on that journey along with you, and he wants the same thing as you do. And for the Divine Masculine, the way that he's going to get to here is by connecting to his crown chakra, really understand, like releasing to what he doesn't quite understand, but he might feel on a soul level and a higher self level. And it might be a little scary at first because he doesn't quite know what to do with it. But if he opens this up and he's guided by his clarity, this is what he will end up having. Okay. And it's so funny because I know I did the reading last night, but when I do these readings, I get super focused and channeling, and I at the end of the reading, if you were to ask me like, hey, what were the messages, I'd literally go, I don't even know, because I need to watch back the video to see what came out, because my conscious mind isn't even involved with this process. And I sometimes I feel like, gosh, I should remember what I just did for 30 minutes. But like I said, thank goodness being able to look back. So I'm going to end with an overall message for the Divine Masculine for December 2017 from Archangel Michael, please. One card from Michael for the highest good of all watching. What is the most important message, the clearest message you can give for the Divine Masculine for December 2017, please? Okay. Yes, this card came up. Oh, okay. This card had come up. I think it was a Divine Masculine last night, or maybe it was a Divine Feminine. I don't know, but there's a lot of mirroring happening here. So admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. So this is a message regarding to the Divine Masculine, where, you know, he might be in a place where he's just like, I don't know if this connection I'm feeling with my twin or this thing I'm yearning, whether you're in physical communication or not, or you're even aware of each other on the physical level at this point. He's yearning for that union. And it's something that's making him question his reality. Like, gosh, like everything seems okay on the outside with my life, but why do I feel like I want more? So this is reminding the Divine Masculine to admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. You know, move forward as though everything that you're wanting and hoping for in union is possible. Yeah. And I think maybe that was the Divine Feminine's reading that came up in. But again, you know, I have all these decks and all these cards, and it's crazy how the same ones kind of come up in clusters all the time because the energies are so clear. I'm going to pull another advice card, please, from Archangel Michael for the Divine Masculine for December 2017. One more card, please. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. Yeah. Use your imagination. Connect to your crown chakra. Connect to your third eye chakra. This is about, it says, Dear God, thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. Because he's observing. He's observing things from a new perspective. And so he's now realizing that by connecting to his higher chakras, because typically the Divine Feminine rules the higher chakras and the Divine Masculine rules the lower chakras. But guess what? He's kind of bleeding into this territory because he needs to, because it's about merging and it's about blending the energies and having the balance. because he sees his divine feminine as the sun. He sees her as this beautiful light and the happiness and ultimate joy. And so he's going to see the answers the more that he allows himself to open up to the territory that he's not used to, which is his intuition, his ability to manifest. And all right, one more, because I don't feel like it's quite complete. I'm going to pull one card, please, for the Divine Masculine, for the energies for December 2017. This is the Journey of Love deck by Alana Fairchild. So one message, please, for the Divine Masculine for December 2017. And we get two, which is Earth Angel and Cosmic Butterfly. So this to me right away feels like this is how he's seeing his Divine Feminine. He sees his Divine Feminine incarnated in the physical plane as his Earth Angel. She's here grounded, but she really should be up in the heavens. And she's just this beautiful, flowing, all the colors of the rainbow. So she's really everything. Because remember, we have this is again mirroring happening. Rainbow here, rainbow here. So it's the 54 card, which is about the spiritual lessons towards stability, but it's also the 9, which is about nearing the end of that phase. So I think Divine Masculine is really starting to see how his Divine Feminine incarnated, if he's in physical, if he's in communication with her, or at least has met her in the physical plane. And even if he hasn't, he sees her as the ability to incarnate on the earth plane as this angel that he's been dreaming of. And then the Cosmic Butterfly, which is the butterfly is all about the transformation, going through the painful process of taking a caterpillar and turning it into a butterfly, which is the idea of metamorphosis. So he's right now the Cosmic Butterfly. He's trying to shift from where he is now into who he's intended to be, to come into union. And so, yeah, it's almost like here he is, this ball of light that's cocooned in the physical and all the earthly realms, all the different colors of earth and nature. But he's here, he's a light being who is about to be transformed into this beautiful butterfly. And it's the 36 card, which is about communication of victory. And ultimately, again, a 9. So both of these cards are a 9. So I think this is a very clear message that the Divine Masculine is really nearing the completion of a very important phase in his cycle and about to embark on a new journey. So, okay, there we go. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Thank you to those of you who have gotten personal readings from me. I hope these messages have been clear for you. Apologize for having to do this twice, although you haven't seen the previous spread. But again, things kind of happen as they are intended to, right? So until the next reading, may you all have a wonderful and beautiful December in abundant love always. Bye.